had been nominated for the Medal of Honor. And that was one reason they wanted me out there to do a film, but it never happened. We hit the virus and things like that. But no, with God, I had my moments, but I talked about God's important in my life. And even in battle, when one night at Quezon, which was the northernmost base we had, and the NVA would come down through North Vietnam and hit us at Quezon. They'd come out at night, blowing whistles. Americans, you die. And one night, I won't make this too dramatic, but they hit us pretty hard, lost some men, but I knew they were coming again. So I called this young kid over and said, hey, come over here. It was a corpsman. I'm going to need you. He said, yes, sir. I was an officer by that time. And he came over and he stood by my right side and he said, Lieutenant, I'm a little tired. I'm just a little tired. Can I sit down for a moment? I said, yeah, Doc, you can sit down for a moment. Then I heard those whistles blowing. They were coming. I said, Doc, they're coming. Doc didn't move. Doc died there right at my right leg. He'd been shot and I didn't see it at night. He had a hole in his chest. I didn't see that. But I blame myself because I thought I should have known that Doc was wounded. He didn't complain. He didn't say, I'm whatever it is. And I felt bad. Doc died right there in the field of battle. He didn't complain, except, I'm just a little tired, sir. Can I sit down for a moment? Traumatized me. I was hurt. So I went up on the south side of the base and I put my rifle down and I got on my knees and I prayed. And I asked God to help me out. So I'm a little trouble tonight. You need to help me. Hit me with a bolt of lightning. Say something to me. Tell me you're up there. I need your love and your strength. Nothing happened. Sky didn't light up. God didn't say, I love you, my child. I picked my rifle up and went back to the battle. That was in Quezon. Moved forward to the time when we'd done a good job, been there almost a year. And now we had one more mission to go on. And then we were going home, the ones of us that survived. Went on the last mission, didn't have to go, could have sent one of my NCOs, but no, damn it, pardon my language. If you're a leader, you got to lead. You lead. Went on a patrol. It didn't work out too well for us. Everybody was wounded. My war dog was killed. I was wounded a bunch of times, and we had to fight our way out. That's what they're trying to give me a Medal of Honor for, and I won't bother you with the details. But what I'm trying to say is that we fought our way out to where the helicopter dropped it out of the sky. One little small helicopter. I got all my men over to the helicopter and my leg was broken and I'm trying to make it, and I did. We got everybody on the helicopter and it was rattling and the band guys are shooting at me. It was raining, everything, a nightmare. Plane got off the ground about 6 feet and crashed. I got off the helicopter, want to lighten the load, give my men a chance. Give my men a chance. That's all I ask. Get my men out there. I'll find a way. There was a river not too far, and I figured I could swim that river. There's a way I could, even with the wounds I had, I thought I could have made it. The crew chief on the helicopter reached out and grabbed me by my harness and pulled me back on the helicopter. Chopper went up again, shivered, and the guys were really in bad shape. Nick had lost a leg, and Stanton lost a kidney, and then all of them just basically shot up. Blood was flowing through off the helicopter, and I said, forget me. But the crew chief didn't forget me. Like the hand of God reached out and pulled me on his helicopter. I'm dying from the loss of blood. If I didn't get help again soon, it would have been over for me. But I was willing to make that risk. But at any rate, we got up and the chopper caught power and it took off and was flying through the rain. All my men on board, even the dog's war body, the war dog's body in. We were flying home. The co-pilot was shot. The chopper was wobbling, and I had all my team on there. Then all of a sudden, the chopper started going down. Everybody felt it. It's going down. I figured we're going to crash. Remember when I told you that up in Quezon, I put my rifle down and I asked God to help me. At that moment, God's hand reached out and grabbed that helicopter and kept it flying. The helicopter did not crash. When I sat on that mountain back there in Quezon, God heard me. See, God doesn't do things when you want them done. God does things when he wants them done. He kept that helicopter flying. It did not crash.
Amen.